Hello everyone and welcome back to the first session of the campaign of Ancient Antics after the one-shot of Ancient Antics. So our characters were out of time. Well, no, they were in their own time in the one-shot. They are now out of time for the campaign. Thank you for joining this evening for an evening of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm your Dungeon Master and I will be your host for this evening. That came out weird, but never mind, we're rolling with it. We're thrilled to be streaming tonight at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg. For anyone who's new to Dungeons & Dragons, everyone here is playing a fantasy character in a fantasy universe. They have sheets in front of them that tell them what their characters are good at and maybe what they're not so good at. And they'll be rolling dice to interact with those sheets and see what they can do and what maybe they can't do. And everything else in the world I'll be playing. So they have absolutely no idea because they don't know where they are or, in fact, what is about to happen because they're completely out of their own time. So, hooray! We'll find out. I'm Jennifer Fluid. I use the pronouns M, and I'm going to give our players a chance to introduce themselves, their characters, a little bit about kind of who they are, what they used to do in their normal time, and maybe you could tell us kind of what it was that you really were hoping you would be able to get to do before you were viciously pulled from your own timeline. Let's start this evening with Tom.
Hi, I'm Tom, he, him. I'm playing Zelene, she, her. Zelene is the Green Knight. She's a tiefling, although I'm sure back 2,000 years ago they would have called her something a lot meaner, but this is a more progressive time. She is a very good knight. Is the one who, let's say, brought this upon everyone by opening up the spell. So I'm sure Zelene's not going to have any kind of regrets. What she wanted to do, well, she had a tiny little pig folk sitting outside on the back of her horse, who was a knight, and she was going to tell him a slightly dirty story about a hag. He's finally old enough. I think she's halfway through a book, which she probably needs to return to the library. Hopefully someone's gone into her quarters and taken that back. But, yeah.
Wait a minute,
no regrets.
You phrased that, was your horse a knight?
My horse is a knight.
Your horse is a knight?
Yes.
How did I miss this?
We had a conversation about, I said Stephen, who is a knight, and then I think David was like, well, my horse is not a knight. Maybe I should get around to doing that. Which you probably should, David. It's great. It means your horse can own land.
Well, I guess, wasn't it Caligula that made his horse a senator? So,
yes.
There is precedent in the real world.
Stephen technically is probably the Green Knight now. I passed it. he's in my will. And then possibly Fur.
We'll catch up with Stephen because Stephen is a fey being and technically can't die unless, actively killed in horse form and goes back to the Feywild. So, probably still
Stephen's
alive.
Fine. Don't you worry about Stephen.
Stephen's just been standing outside for 2,000 years, grazing away.
It's like if you watch that episode of Futurama with Fry's dog, where Stephen's like, she wouldn't leave me. I'll just keep waiting. And he's been waiting 2,000 years. Yeah, think about that. Think about the sad episode of Futurama. Get that in your head.
I was imagining something much more tragic. I was imagining like Captain Jack Harkness situation.
Just trapped.
Just on an island.
And now he's just seen some shit.
Stephen's changed.
Poor Stephen. Well, we'll find out. Liz.
Oh, hello. I'm Liz. I use she, they pronouns. I'm playing Sir Griffon Satane, who uses he, him pronouns. And what was the question? I've forgotten.
Could you introduce yourself, your character, and maybe a little bit about, what their hopes and dreams were before they were cruelly ripped from their own timeline?
Well, before the ripping of the old timeline, Sir Satane really wanted to bestow as much knowledge as he could upon dearest Zelene. So I think that won't change. That's still happening. The aim is to save the kingdom. I'm unsure as to whether it still needs saving, but I'll certainly try. And of course the princess, that's the sort of number one priority. But yeah, I think Sir Satane's priorities won't shift so much, but I think he's certainly going to be interested to see where in time we are and what everything looks like.
Again, we'll find out. Speaking of the princess, Evie.
Hi, I'm Evie. I am the princess. It's not my character. It's just me.
Yeah.
In my dreams. Hi, I'm Evie. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Princess Tine Vandermeer, who also uses she, her pronouns. And she is a draconic bloodline air ganassi sorcerer who has kind of joined up with this party she's very self-reliant princess who runs around in deadly heels that I'm sure would kill an unusual mortal person and not a heroic type. I've lost my train of thought entirely. I was just thinking about you.
What was she hoping for?
Ah, right. She was hoping to, basically her dad had said, hey, if you get the heart of a dragon, you don't have to inherit the kingdom. You don't have to have any responsibilities. You can just go be a knight with these guys. So I was trying to do that. Don't know where that plan is going now. I assume we're following the dragon, but I assume I won't have a dad to present the heart to. Am I still a princess? Who could say?
Yep, we'll find out what happened to King Tin.
He's fine.
Philosophical questions there. I like it.
He's been guided by a fey horse. It's all good.
David.
I really think we should make the horse a main character. I'll turn my camera off now. I am David, playing Sir Torvald von Liechtenstein, both he, him. Sir Torvald would really like to grapple a dragon. Came so close. So very, very close. And for the benefit of those who were watching the stream but haven't caught up on YouTube, why haven't you? We did actually scare the dragon away into the future, and then we all got frozen. So I've got some cool stuff now that I've leveled up. So I'm looking forward to showing that Torvald is more than just grappling. Although, is he really? We'll find out.
We'll see. Thank you, David. Sean.
Hi, I'm Sean. I use the pronouns he, him, and I'm playing Eofor Cobb, who also uses he, him. Eofor is a pigfolk ranger of the Gloomstalker variety. And Eofor has, or had, I don't know, in Eofor's mind, I'm not sure Eofor quite has grasped the magnitude of what's going on at the moment. But Eofor's left behind a wife and 13 children, one of which was Zelani's squire, who was thaumaturgy shouted at the end of the last episode. Eofor's a simple sort. Eofor's main thought process at the time was, I've got this medicine that needs to be taken back for my youngest. Got to get that back. Which I feel like we may have said, oh no, Fur's definitely got it. So
we did, yes.
That's good. But Eofor was probably still thinking, oh nope, got to get that back.
Does he make his own bread, Sean?
Maybe. What? Hang on, which?
I just heard he was into bacon.
I was about to say tread lightly. We've got two pun masters. Here we go. Or also anagrams. Let's see if we can work some anagrams in.
Oh God, no anagrams.
It was me just
Yes.
innocently looking at my my tools. Oh well, I do have cook's utensils and carpenter's tools, mason's tools, both land and water vehicles, and weaver's tools, just in case I have to build any houses out of straw, sticks, or brick.
If we need to go over any land or water, you'll be our pig. And with that, this stream is going to run for about 3 hours, assuming that we don't just make puns for the entire time, Sean and David. There'll be a roughly 5-10 minute break somewhere in the middle. It is improvised, so we'll see where that falls. We're delighted to be sponsored by a number of people. So let me run you through them. This time we do have the Hero Forge minis that we had created last time secretly and now exist on your screens. Hero Forge offer fully customizable tabletop miniatures, so you can build your character and then view them for your pleasure, or get them sent to you in a miniature format, 3D printed, either in grey resin so you can paint them, or 3D printed, painted. It's not painted, it's just coloured, but it looks like it's been painted for people who can't paint or don't have the time, or just want it to arrive fully designed as you design it on the screen. So you can see the ones that we made for this campaign. They're somewhere on the screen at the moment, spinning round. And Sean did a lot of the design work and tweaking and doing clever things on those. And you can see that in our Meet the Characters. No, it's called Forging Characters.
Forging the characters.
Forging the Characters content. which is on YouTube. And if you want to check out Hero Forge and make your own versions of your characters, you can go to heroforge.com. We're also delighted to be sponsored by UltraPro. UltraPro do hard things for your desk. So, like, you're so childish.
Yeah,
Why is everyone laughing?
because I have the brain of a 13-year-old.
Dice trays, dice portfolios, that's not a thing, character portfolios, wallets, bags, dice bags, things, little adorable, hard. Look at this is hard. You can hear it. I'm making it worse.
Hot, fiery, hard dragon.
I'm
Pushed myself, I
gonna need a
think.
pause card because I've got to have a shower at this point.
Figurines of adorable power. This is a dragon for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And there are many different forms of these, and they're great. We're doing a giveaway of UltraPro in the comments at the moment. So just say something nice about one of our players, and you can win. I mean, you can just say anything, but I mean, preferably something nice about one of the players. You can also check out everything that UltraPro do at ultrapro.com. We're also sponsored by lovely Elderwood Academy, who make premium dice boxes, dice rolling trays, hex chests, things made out of wood for your dice, which are excellent. So this is a hex chest rolling tray thing. It's great. There's also like dice towers. They're very, very cool. And similarly to Hero Forge, you can go onto Elderwood's website and make your own version of what you want. So you can choose all the designs, the wood, the leather, what you want printed on it. It's fantastic. So yeah, do go check out Elderwood Academy and see if you want something from their website. I hear that there's a launch coming soon, maybe, of new things. So do keep an eye out. And you can get 10% off from their website using our code, which is roll-together, and it will be in chat at the moment if you don't understand what I'm saying. We also have some lovely supporters. So we'll start with D&D Beyond, who provide all of our character sheets and a lot of the tools that I'm using to design the game. So lots of the books that are online, DM things, lots of sets of magic items to choose from, which we use to pick new magic items for everyone. So yes, lots of tools, especially the one that we'll be using mostly today is the character sheets that everyone is using, and you can see them on the left-hand side of the screen today. We're also supported by Level Up Dice, who make table shakers. If I had one to hand, I would show it to you, but I've lost them despite the fact they're absolutely fucking enormous, because my desk is a tip. So yes, check out their website, Level Up Dice, and you can see the table shakers. They are really, really large and quite spectacular dice. We're also supported by 2 D&D video games, so Our Champions of Forgotten Realms and Warriors of Waterdeep. I didn't give Sean enough of a lead in there.
I'm the supporter now.
We're giving away things with both of those games in chat today. That's just us reflected, Sean. And if you want to find out more, you can go to chat and ask our mods, and they will tell you what is happening and how you get to both of those things. We are Roll Together RPG across all social media, so just type it in and find us and interact with us. We enjoy it. And we are now on podcasts, so you can go to any podcast provider and search Roll Together RPG, and you'll be able to hear us in podcast form rather than viewing our faces, if that is what you would prefer. It's good for when you're in the shower, for example.
My face is good for when you're in the shower.
Thanks, Sean. Someone had to say it. Thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. They support us in everything that we do, and we are really grateful. If you fancy the idea of becoming a patron of ours, you can go to Patreon. There'll be a link in chat at the moment, and find out more about supporting us. Finally, we play with a diverse group of players who play a diverse set of characters with wide-ranging sexual and gender identities. Our tables are trans and GNC positive, and we encourage and champion trans and GNC players and characters in our games. The DM and players may portray characters of a different gender to their own. We aim to avoid misgendering, but acknowledge that it does happen, and we have a company policy in place for correcting people on pronouns. If we miss an open instance of misgendering, we're open to being corrected, so do just let us know if you think we missed one. We are using some tools for safety in play. You probably won't see them if they happen because they'll be edited out. We are using pause cards, for example. If you want to find out more, you can put in !safety in chat, and you can find out a bit more, and also some trigger warnings if that's something you'd like to find out more about. With that, let's dive into the intro with new art for the 4-parter, and we will see you back here in a few seconds. So, last time, this group of knights?
Yeah.
We'll go there. Broad brush.
Twilights at the very least.
Went on a mission, along with Princess Tine, to kill a dragon who was causing chaos. They had various reasons for being there, including, as aforementioned by Evie, fetching the heart of the dragon to release her from being a princess for good. They went through a few obstacles. Frozen ice shards, the dragon nearly killing all of them. They had a bit of a nap up a rope halfway through, which was very effective, and then proceeded to wail on the dragon. They very, very, very nearly defeated the dragon, but it used a magic item that it had as part of its hoard to escape into what we're going to assume is the future. The dragon crushed an orb between its hands, and you all, under the instruction of the court wizard Myrta, who had written you a letter informing you of the prophecy, which none of you had read.
They said they did.
None of us were going to be able to go back and check, were we?
Told you all to follow. Asked you forcefully, and you decided to do so. At which point you struck a pose, you crushed the orb, and you saw, throughout a span of time, which you're not clear of, occasional flashes of people moving in front of you, occasional voices, but not enough to put things together, and you weren't cognizant during this process. You weren't able to kind of piece together what was going on. As we begin this adventure, do you just want to describe for me, so that everyone has the picture of how we're starting this, what pose was it that you all struck at the end of the last adventure?
I was standing proud, holding Zelaine's hand. Obviously, as a centaur, I not only have 4 limbs with which to walk, but I have two limbs with which to do other things. So I was there, holding Zelaine's hand. And I believe I'd closed my eyes the moment
You'd sneezed or something, I think.
Yeah, my eyes were definitely shut.
Yeah.
That's me.
I was holding my mentor's hand, Sir Griffon. I also had my sword slammed down into the ground, having been the one who shattered the orb. No regrets.
No regrets. Yep.
No regrets.
I was busy flexing like Hathor, who played the Mountain in Game of Thrones, and purely for vanity reasons, had used enlarge reduce to double my dimensions. So there's this 16-foot tall just figure, topless figure, just flexing, kind of looming a bit, hopefully protectively.
Atop Sir Griffin or Sir Certain?
Griffon Satane.
My lady.
Atop the horseman.
Now centaur, my lady. We've been through this before.
Atop the centaur man.
Thank you, yes.
Just standing up on his back, just with a firebolt just going into the air with an expression like is a relatively short, very ferocious looking princess.
Eowthwr was kind of slightly more uncertainly just holding a bow and arrow. The arrow was knocked, but not kind of too taut, and just in a ready pose in case, we unfreeze and there's gribbly monsters or some certain death cave or something.
Certain death cave.
Death cave. Yeah.
Played under you before it.
Certain death cave is not something I would do.
Points back at previous episodes. Yeah, that cave was fine.
As you are all starting to come back to consciousness, so this is not like you've been asleep and you're waking up. This is like your brain returning to your body after being away for a bit. You start to get your vision fading back in almost like shades of grey and then fading into colour, almost like kind of a television set that's on the blink and is going like between different fuzziness. And around you, you're definitely in the cave you were in. The walls look familiar, but it's lit up. There are continual flames around the walls, and there's quite a lot of them pointing almost directly at you. It's quite bright, like unpleasantly bright in the position you're in. And if you look down, there appears to be like a rope in front of you, almost as if you're being like held back from something. I don't think any of you would have any context for this at all. So as you start to come back to consciousness, you're welcome to roll me kind of some sort of intelligence-based check, either probably just straight intelligence, to be honest, to try and figure out what on earth.
18.
9.
18 on the dice, which is a 16.
18, 15 plus 3.
13 on the dice, so a 12.
Those of you who are above a 15, with the flashes that you've seen throughout time and starting to be able to, like, your depth of vision is returning and starting to see out into what is in the rest of the cave, you're starting to see like boxes which have other things in them. And you start to realize, as your bodies start to kind of free up and you can start to move again, that maybe the rope isn't to stop you from getting out, but other people from getting to you, almost as if you're on display, like you're very well lit, like extremely well lit. It's too bright here.
Can we use magic yet?
Yes, yeah. You have all your abilities back. And as you're starting to kind of unfreeze and come back to yourselves, you can hear a very large crash from very nearby.
I would like to immediately use prestidigitation to snuff out a few of the lights. Jesus Christ. That's not a person in this world. What am I talking about?
I don't know who that is.
No.
Easy crazy.
I was making up a name. It sounded like it had gravitas.
The god of gods would be appropriate for waking up if we're aching, which is ow.
You can't. So because they're continual flames, as you try to snuff them, they don't go. Like you can, like, they briefly go, but they don't. They won't. You can cover them, but you can't quench them.
Can I look towards where we heard the crash?
Sure. As you look over, you start to hear a voice, a very familiar voice that you remember. It was the last thing some of you heard, or very close to. It sounds very similar to the white dragon you heard previously, and you can see like a big claw come out across your vision, swiping a case to the floor, which shatters. And you hear this dragon going, "My books! Where have you put my books?"
Okay, I guess that's go time.
Continual clattering of things being broken.
Can I fire my arrow at it?
You can for certain roll initiative.
We just get this 4-parter done. That's 2 hours.
Well, I was wondering, like, would the dragon have healed?
Healed as well, that's
or is
my
he still on death's door?
Well, have you healed?
Don't think we have healed.
I don't think I took any damage.
No.
I thought we had leveled up within the time period.
So you can level up without like gaining back hit points.
You can? Oh, this is news to me. Excuse me while I have a look at my character sheet.
You're like, and I am dead.
It has actually remembered your hit points on the encounter tracker, so I can tell you if you.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, that's very cool. I've got Tina. I've got you at 35.
Cool, thank you.
I tell a lie. I'd lost 2.
Oh, such a disappointment, sir.
I know.
What am I on?
No, I can't call myself Torvald the Unblemished.
No. Or Torvald the Dragon Wrestler. There's a lot of... You're going to have to change all of some of these.
So much left to do.
At least I'm the Green Knight constantly. You know, you can't take that nickname away from me. I suppose you
If
could
I'd
stop.
prestidigitation, I would change the color of your armor.
April, did you want to know your
I did.
56? You never used to do this. I never used to be able to see your hit points in real time.
It would be
17.
56. I'm guessing when you level up, hit point max goes up, but your hit points don't go up as well.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to get a long rest relatively soon, I would have thought, so don't worry too much about it.
2,000 years doesn't count like a long rest.
But then it
That's a
would
lot of
for the
eight. That's a lot of
dragon.
8 hours. Is
All right, have you all rolled initiative?
Oh yeah,
I've-
it was pretty poor.
I've remembered that I have advantage, and I still only rolled a 15.
15? Grand.
Good news is I've still got 55 seconds left on my enlarge reduce.
11.
Yeah. Any more?
Also 11.
Hey.
Also 11.
And your dex is almost certainly higher.
Nope. It's a
Oh.
-1.
Oh yeah, mine is 3 higher than yours somehow.
I had a good old fashioned 6 because why rush these things?
You want
Yes.
to have time to flex and get yourself.
Yeah. I gotta do my prep.
So, Griffon.
Yes, how far away is the dragon noise from us?
Pretty close. I would say maybe within the realms of 30 foot. 10,
gosh.
between 20 and 30 foot from what you can hear.
Marvelous. I'm going to cast Beacon of Hope.
Oh, no, sorry. Are you rolling? I don't have your initiative.
Oh, sorry, 21.
Oh, yes. No, you do go first.
Go ahead.
I'm going to cast Beacon of Hope. So we all get advantage on Wiz saves, death saves, and regain the maximum number of HP possible from any healing.
Nice.
So that is my action. I have to concentrate on that. Let's see, can I do anything else bonus action wise for the moment? I think for now I'm just going to hold back with everyone around me, see where they move. We'll see what happens on the next go. If I live that long, yay, that's me.
As you cast this and take your turn, you hear from around the corner a sort of quavering voice as someone shouts, "Please don't destroy the exhibits, all right? I will have to escort you out."
Oh, bless.
Aoife, you are next.
Hey.
Yeah.
Right. Same old, same old. Aoife's comfortable in this sort of situation. So I have the dread ambusher thing. I can make an additional weapon attack as part of my attack action, and I already have 2. So that's 3. And then I've also got other things as well. But, we'll do the attacks first. Scroll to where they are, and first attack is a 16.
Yeah, please do. No,
16
sorry,
hit.
16 wouldn't know. So I'm looking
I
at something else at
didn't
the same time. That's my bad. No,
alright.
just AC has 18.
Well, 25 will hit then.
Yes.
So when I hit a creature with an attack roll, I mark the target as my favored enemy for a minute. So it is now my favored enemy, and the first time on my turn that I hit the favored enemy, I deal an extra d6.
Grand.
And also my dread ambusher thing, I deal an extra d8. So I've got an extra d8 and an extra
And a
d6.
D6. And the favored foe is concentration, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of hope, I was answering for me, sorry. Ignore me.
Does it give me something now?
No.
Well, that is 7, a 4, and a 5 for plus 5, 21 damage.
Go on. As your arrow sunk into it, you see it raise up as it is about to swipe at this. You see a very small halfling kind of cowering under a cabinet, and as your arrow sunk into its chest, it collapses over backwards, and appears to be unmoving.
Oh, I'm going to shoot at it again. I have
Please
one more
do.
left. Don't do things by halves. Oh no, turns out I do things by halves. That was only 13.
Please Don't destroy the exhibits, or I will have to escort you out as you break a case.
I don't think I've really got any bonus actions. Nothing that I particularly want to cast, so I'm going to leave it there.
The dragon is lying on the floor and it is not moving. Tina, it is your turn next.
Can I just use my turn to say to Zelani, right, it's dead, get its heart.
Yep.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Kind of motion like,
Just not even shoving me, just like move.
yep.
I think there's an audible sigh which I try and hide, but I don't know how well I do.
We are out of initiative. There is. You can start to take a look at the space if you want. There is this dragon corpse in here, and there is, as discussed, this small halfling who's very keen for you not to destroy the exhibits. But yes, please do. Zeleni, are you going to go straight over to the dragon and start trying to?
So I was commanded by my princess.
It's going to be a nature check.
And I
Poison.
help with
So should we-
exasperated sighs.
I'll
Yeah.
walk along with the princess on my back so that she is able to sigh with as much gusto as she can.
I almost feel it's like thematically that the camera's on me and then Tinae's like lowered down on the back of Sir Griffin, so she's in shot as well. I was like, come on. Okay. So first roll is a 17 and second roll is 13. So that's a 17.
17. So yeah, you start to carve away at the chest of this dragon, and this is going to take some time as you peel away at the dragon, and this halfling is kind of cowering in a corner going like, you're not supposed to be in.
We are the
You're wearing
exhibits.
very, very good makeup.
Again, so
Well,
tilt of the head.
thank you. I do put a lot of effort in.
You look just like them.
Like who?
The 5 frozen heroes in time.
That sounds like it would be us. I think we fit that description, don't we?
1, 2, I can't count.
2, 3. There are 5 of us.
are
Again,
5
bloody
of us,
hand, just lifting up 5 fingers. You go back to it.
Keep going, Zelani. You're doing great.
Again, I sort of tense up and I'm like, okay.
Oh. No, but that makes you. Oh. That makes you Sir Griffin. Oh.
Griffontaine, yes, that's me. What's your name? Small person?
Lambert
Lambert.
Hopesinger.
And are you a knight? Lambert Hunsinger.
I'm a security guard. I stop people from destroying the exhibits or touching the exhibits or taking things from the shop. And
A
I'm
valiant profession.
also working on my research thesis at the same time. But you gotta get by.
Are we
You do.
exempt from the rules if we are the exhibit?
I don't know.
I'm taking that as a yes.
Lambert, surely as the head security guard, you can make these decisions.
I'm not the
and
head
I'm
security
sure.
guard. Would you
You're
like me
not
to
the
go? I should probably go wake someone up.
Who? What time is it? What day is this?
You
This
boy.
was
It's about
It's if
11 o'clock, and it's, I guess, he names a day which is about 2,000 years after the last day that you remember.
That's a lot more days than I think we were on before.
Oh, I think you've been asleep for a very long time. A really long time. But we've got stories about you're going to come back and save us from a great evil.
Yeah, we done it.
But,
Job done.
ta-da!
Yeah, we can go home.
Oh.
Can we?
Where's home?
Right, Elsk. Where else?
That doesn't. I mean, Luskin exists.
Myeritar? Does Myeritar exist?
No, not anymore.
happened to it? Was it a dragon?
No dragon. It just, it was a really long time ago, and it sort of got lost.
Oh,
Wait, so
Northland.
there's no kingdom?
We don't really have kingdoms anymore. We have cities.
But who rules these cities, if not a king?
Well, the rulers of the cities.
Who appoints the rulers of the cities?
The city rulers. Like Lariel's in charge of Waterdeep.
no, we do not know that. Who is that? Is she nice? Are they nice?
You've never heard of Waterdeep
No,
either.
why would we?
What's a
yeah.
Waterdeep?
Are we at Waterdeep?
Waterdeep's really big. It's really I was going to go there, and my dad said, "Don't go there. It's too big. You'll get lost."
So
Or
how
like
big,
Thorvald big, or
Yeah.
how big are we talking?
What's Gorgold?
Thorvald.
Kovo.
No, it's a city.
So how many? Big, like 200 people? Because we lived in a very big place.
No,
Maybe
like
that-
thousands of people.
no, there's not that many people in the world. You're funny.
If there were that
Nothing
many
makes no
people, I mean, can you imagine? Oh, it'd be
The-
carnage.
The smell, I say,
Have you
covered in
been
blood.
There's enough people as it is.
I think you've been asleep for a very long time.
I mean, they keep saying this to us.
Would you like to? I've got books about you. If you want to read them.
Who
I
can
mean,
read among us?
Sir Griffin, your cousin wrote a book about you. Sir Griffin, you hated your cousin.
So not only did my cousin decide to be awful to me, he decided to put pen to page and write things, did he?
Well, I can throw that book away.
If you could read it to me, my dearest halfling, that would be fabulous, because I cannot make out the words.
Oh, okay. I mean, we've got a poem about you as well. It's quite funny.
Define funny.
Fine poem.
Makes you laugh.
Oh, that's all right then. That's fine.
As long as it is not disrespectful to an honourable knight, then that is fine.
Keep going for the heart, Delaney.
They look down very briefly.
Could I make an insight check?
I am just pointing. I'm like, rudeness.
Oh, 8. That's a natural 1 + 7. 8.
Probably not disrespectful.
Don't stop pointing, Delaney. They're very nice. Lambert, very nice.
Back to normal size now.
Oh,
Oh, but you were big. All the stories say you're really big.
Is there no magic in this
Oh,
time?
no, we have magic.
Well, then, this is the reason for my size.
Oh. We thought you were some sort of, half giant thing.
Well, I am still 8 feet. I assume perhaps you do not have this unit of measurement, but I am 8 feet tall. I am still very big.
No, we're still using feet.
Yeah,
Did they write
giant
one metric?
ancestry.
Did they write a rude poem about him? Possibly about height?
No, we've got a sort of spy novella.
Oh,
A what?
A spine fella.
Spy novella. It's was he a spy? Was he not a spy? We'll never know. Maybe we'll know if he comes back.
Thorvald, were you a spy all along?
I used to, before I met your father, I was involved in Mulhorund in draconic business. And yes, I have some skills that I am not proud of, but I have spent the intervening years becoming a honorable and strong knight in service of the kingdom.
basically, yes and no is
the
what I
finger
think.
moves to the point of stubble. I like you though. Back I go. Oh, ribcage. Hold on.
There we go.
Is this normal for you?
Oh, that's Selene. Yeah, so Selene just gets on with it. She just digs right in. grabs the heart and licks it like any normal knight would.
Is that not in the books? Zelani who rips out hearts?
There wasn't a lot about you. We couldn't find a lot of information. We had to write. You were quite young, weren't you?
I was. That is good. I am glad my secret past has not come out in a novella.
To the tale of Zelani's squire and horse.
Zephyr had a very epic life. He was cursed.
Just like to touch Airfor on the back there. Airfor, sorry.
He was cursed.
Yeah.
What?
Well, it's the reason that all the pigs can't talk anymore.
What?
Oh, you can. Hello.
You've been talking this whole time. Did you not just not been listening to me?
Oh, sorry, I was distracted by Certain. He's my favourite.
Sorry.
He is very
Excuse me, I'm
dashing.
right here.
Oh, and,
Oh, and the princess.
and Princess Tine is also my favourite,
Yeah,
obviously.
and everyone's favourite.
I'm so glad that they talked about DNA because they were like, oh, so there was just some other person. God, we're near the last bit.
You need to go talk to Myrta. She lives out on the edge of the village. She's got all the pigs.
That has lived. That is excellent news. I'm just.
Wait,
I'm happy.
Myrta has somehow managed to remain living.
I wouldn't say living.
Oh.
She's very nice, though.
How can you be nice if you're not living?
Well, it's not prerequisite, is it?
Lambert, is she a corpse? I'm just asking because I'm finding a lot of this very difficult
No,
to comprehend.
no, she's not. She's not a corpse. She's more like a sort of. Did you have? Looks at you. Yes, you did. Armor, right?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Like imagine a whole suit of armor, but like stuck together, and then like someone's inside it, but they're not inside it, and they're talking.
Got stuck in your armor that one time, didn't you, Zelani?
I
That
did.
was a good day.
Yeah. It wasn't a good day. I
We
fell
laughed
in
that day
a
lot, I
well.
remember.
It
I
was
nearly
a day.
drowned.
And then
I'm
we
not
tried
supposed to
not
swim.
I
And
wrote
then
a
we
poem
remembered
about
that
it.
Yeah, that was a good poem.
Oh, we have that poem, but it's about Aoife.
No.
Was first tournament most enjoyable. Many laughs.
That rhymes with Zelani. What rhymes with E4? B4? Oh, B4. Yes. I will tell Fer. Back I go.
There is much we have to learn about these times, I think.
Just out of curiosity, like, you have heard of the great Princess Tine Vandermeer, yes?
Yeah, you're an amazing ice sorcerer.
Oh, for fuck's sake! That is my line. That is my line right there. This timeline is just broken. God damn it! I'm gonna go sulk in a corner.
Lambert, you've annoyed the princess. I hope you feel very, very badly.
I'm sorry. Would you? I could get you a bag from the gift shop.
We
do
all
like a
want
gift shop.
bags.
Bit late for that. That's a beheadable offence, that is.
I could.
Who's got an axe?
I'm supposed to ask you to duel me, technically, but
I could. You could stay at my house tonight if you want.
I'm doing that anyway.
I could ask Mum and Dad to stay in my room with me, and then you can have all of the other room. It's quite small, be a bit of a squeeze, but I think we'll manage. Or you could stay at the hotel.
The what?
But it's a place where you sleep if you don't live there.
A hall, like a drinking hall.
I guess
Like
kind
Mistress
of like a
House.
tavern, but nicer.
Hmm.
Would you like me to take you to the hotel?
It sounds
I kind of
preferable
want-
to staying all in one room, I suppose.
Okay. Let me get you all a gift bag. Do you want the gift bag themed to you or to someone else? Or do you want the dragon-themed gift bag? I can do that as well.
I'll go with the dragon themed. And put some shiny things in there as well.
Okay.
Do they have any sweets in the shop? Any sort of taffy treat or something?
Yeah, the kids love sweets.
Good. If I could have some of those in my bag. And some hay, if you have any.
We actually do have sweets that are like hay, but not any hay itself. But the sweets
It sounds
look
like a good
hay.
compromise.
Okay.
Yes.
He will go and leave you standing around the corpse of this dragon in the ruins of this museum, which you can still have a look around if you want. And he's going to scurry around the gift shop.
Yeah, I'm going to start inspecting this museum as best I can, probably trashing anything that I look at, and then I've got everything from just because the rules don't apply.
As you look around, there are like stories of things that you did together, but they're all slightly off. Like they're all either about slightly the wrong person or they just don't get it right. It's just all slightly wrong.
They think that I was an ice sorcerer. Screw the pigs not talking. This is the real injustice.
Me?
Hey?
I can't find single message thing about pigs. I mean, I am looking for pictures because I can't read, but
I mean, your son was cursed for some reason. Maybe we need to break the curse. Add that to the list.
top of the list.
Top of the list. Now this is here. I mean, but I guess if the is anything about what happened to the king? You know, I assume he's not going to want this now. Maybe it was a metaphor. You needed to find the heart of the dragon, you know, to be brave.
Oh, I've already got that.
I know you do, Majesty. I know you do.
Evie, Sean, roll investigation checks because you're interacting with the exhibits to see if you can find out what happened to the kingdom.
Ooh. So that was a nat 20 for a nat 20.
Hey!
That was an 18 for 16.
So, Sean, you come across a picture which just shows a crowd lying on the floor. You're like, oh, it doesn't look promising. And Tina, you find a whole load of information about the kingdom. King Tin didn't have any other children after you. It does say that he was devastated, but for you that doesn't quite ring true. But because he didn't have any of the children, it passed into other people's hands, and over time just became other settlements, and eventually the land turned into the cities that are here as kingdoms went out of fashion, basically.
Right. Huh. Okay, so no more kingdoms. Father was apparently no longer of childbearing age. I think that's how that works. Am I still a princess?
There's a quizzical look from Torvald. So, well, if there are no kingdoms and there is no royalty, then we would have to make another kingdom for there to be royalty. But am in something of a conflict because I made an oath to serve the royal house. But if you are not royal anymore, then what does this mean?
I mean, the kings are ordained by deities, yes? So I am still technically of royal blood, even if I am not technically a princess, right? That's how it works.
If you are being exact about it, your father said if you were to bring the heart, you would no longer be a princess, you would be a knight. So we haven't done that. So technically, yes, you are still a princess. In exile, perhaps? Just over time rather than distance.
Yes, and my understanding was once I gave him the heart, I would be a knight and not a princess, but I would still be, you know, like, important.
As important as the rest of us, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Delaney broke the princess again.
Maybe I didn't think this through.
Do you want this or not?
Yes, give it to me.
I throw it underarm. Just
I attempt it. Like a little bit of juggling. It's Sir Tane, can you take this, please?
Just pop it in the saddlebag, yes.
Yeah.
There we are.
I started to take my hands clean.
Well, we are now a true collective, it would seem. We are knights without a kingdom, out of time, out of place. What do we do?
Boom.
I do not wish to be insulting, Efur, but I fear that certain intricacies of the most recent conversation may have not quite landed.
Right.
There is no home.
Well, where does Wildesween live?
Do you want to take this? Just turning to Zelene, who seems to be the most empathetic.
Shall we take a walk?
All right.
Again, I'm bloody, but, I put my hand on her shoulder again and sort of walk. And from what we have picked up, they're all gone. It's been thousands of years that who you heard became a knight, and I'm sure served. Actually, is there anything about our boy?
From what you can pick up, he had numerous very exciting adventures. Basically, did everything that you wanted to do, Zelene, but he achieved it. And then there's mention of this curse, but no real detail as to what happened. There's some maybe mention of a hag, but nothing specific.
He didn't hear the hag story. He didn't know the dangers of the hag. Oh. We are not without... I kind of say this louder. We are not without hope. There is supposedly a suit of armor who knows us, and if anyone could fix this, it is Murta. All of us know the power that Murta holds, and after 2,000 years, who knows what they have learned? Maybe they could send us back through a portal. Maybe they could send us to an alternate universe. We will not lose hope. No. Again, finger pointing. It's like, hope. As long as you stay within 10 feet of me, we will not be afraid.
Right. Well, yeah. We'll go find Murta, and then we'll go home.
Yes. And then we will take the heart back. The dragon is dead. We have completed our quest. Ilfert, you have completed your first quest as a knight. Congratulations. And then we will not mention any of this to anyone. King Tin does not need to know about points at the picture of the crown collapsing. Everything is good. Everything is fine. I am not having a panic attack. Everything is good.
Great.
Please stop looking at me.
Getting the impression everything is not good.
No, it is. It is good. I didn't screw up. Everything is fine.
Did anyone actually get the note saying that we were supposed to, be teleported or whatever further in time? Or did the kingdom just want to, get rid of us for a little while? That's the impression I'm getting. I didn't get any note.
I don't have
Check
pockets.
your pockets. Do any of you have pockets?
Oh, yeah.
Wildesween handles all of the, the herald messages.
I had a backpack, although I still have one.
I mean, if you had it, it's with you. Do those of you who have bags want to check through them?
Sure.
Yep.
Be a heart. It's not that. I'll put that back.
If you've gone into our items and just added an important letter.
But added it to your items. And in each of your pockets, you do find, or whatever it is you're carrying, you do find a small letter folded up. It is quite small and wouldn't necessarily be something you'd find immediately. And it relays very much the same message that Murta told you out loud. So it says, Tane, yours is in drawings, pictures. It has a big swirl on it, and it's sort of a little orb, and it shows someone breaking an orb and then jumping in.
It was a premonition.
Yeah.
It was a prophecy. I can see. Yes. It's uncanny, really. They got the swirl spot on.
Well, that is actually very good.
I feel as if we have been, how you say, shafted.
I'm starting to agree with the princess. Maybe they were trying to get rid of us for whatever reasons. Maybe.
Well, I guess we need to get our gift bags and go see Murta.
Yes.
Yes.
Informed decision is usually the correct one.
Still have the sending stone.
Whoever
sending
had
stone.
the sending stone still has
I
it.
have the sending stone. Again, put it on speaker stone.
Sorry, I really like that.
Murta, it's Eleni. We're back.
There's like a 3-second delay, and then crackly, and the voice is crackly but still recognizable. Oh, you're here! Oh, welcome!
Thank you. We killed the dragon. We're coming to visit you, so then we may all go home. How are you? We hear your armor now. How's that working out?
It's creaky. Let's talk about going home once you get here.
I twitches. This is fine. Great. You live on the edge of town, right?
Well, is the nice security lad there?
He's getting us some gift bags.
Oh, he's such a sweetie. Tell him to throw in some of those hay sweets. I do like them. And if you could bring them, he will bring you to me.
Okay.
Selene, take me off speaker.
Okay. Boop. Walk and then just duck behind a case. It's me.
Selene,
Yeah.
did you find out about the pigs?
Yes. It was. I don't know if it's really occurred to him fully what that involves, but I did explain it. What happened? What happened? What is the curse? I understand we'll probably have more time to talk about this, but
I've been trying to figure it out for a long time. I've got a lead, but I don't want him to be shocked when he gets here because I do have some of his family. They're pigs, Selene. They're pigs.
yes, but they are pigs. But that is good. That is good news. Shall I tell him? No, hold on. If I say that his family there, he's gonna. Did the littlest one get their medicine? That's going to be his main question.
I'll have to think about that, Selene, on the way here. It's been
2,000 years.
You came here the short way.
Hold on. Ava, what is the name of your small one that needed medicine?
Gota? Gota, all right. Is Gota there? Can I speak to Gota?
Nope.
Oh, no. The curse to not speak. No. So I remembered that they can't speak.
It just occurred to him that they can't speak. I don't think he realizes that they are just pigs. Is that what I'm picking up? They're not folk. They're just pigs, right?
They're all just pigs, Selene.
Oh, yes. We do get in some pickles, don't we?
Pickles as well. Pickles and
Please
hags.
don't let there be pickles in the if you go in the gift shop. hideous things. Okay. I will prepare. Anything else you want the others to know, or will we be on our way?
No. I'm sure Lambert told you that I'm a suit of armor now. So as long as you're prepared for that, everything's fine.
Okay. See you shortly. Boop. Rises up from behind a case. 2 thumbs up.
Lambert is standing next to you. I made you a gift bag.
Is it personalized?
Well, yes, yours is the one about you. It's all green.
Oh, that does make sense.
I mean, it's pretty much all we knew about you, so we went really hard for it.
That does make sense. I
There's,
mean,
there's
as you said, nothing.
green rock. There's a green book. There's sort of a green, like, find the green thing. It's mostly like little drawn on green things. Here you go.
I will take that. As I said, Lambert, a lot of bad things might have come out, but it hasn't. So everything is good. No one murdered the
Only
king.
slightly concerning.
No one murdered the king.
You will come around and give bags to all of you. You will get the one individual to you, apart from Tina, who gets the ice dragon one.
An ice dragon, really?
It was an ice dragon.
I'm not an ice sorcerer, little person.
I think they did the best. They thought you were blowing ice.
My mother was an air genasi, and I do fire magic. Okay? And you know what happens when fire gets oxidized? It turns blue. That's my thing. That's my only thing.
I'm really sorry.
You should be.
I did give you our special tiara.
Oh, excellent. I put it on. I feel more at home already. You did good, kid. You did good.
Well, yours are all books about how to improve your muscularity and how to stretch yourself taller. Not via magical means. They're all just like how you make yourself taller. He did give you some sweets as well. Mostly the sweets are mostly themed around other people because they didn't think that you probably would like that many sweets. Aifla, you have essentially Percy Pigs. And there is a book in there which is a tale of fur. So you can find out what fur did. And Cicertain, you have many, many different sweets because he gave you basically one of everything. So you have a lot of the green themed sweets as well, and the ice themed sweets, and some like little dragon teeth. And there is the book of the poem, which you wrote, Liz. So it's your poem, but some of it has been changed to be slightly more ribald over the centuries. And there is a book about your exploits, most of which were with Zeleny, but the book, it's just Zeleny's not in it.
I mean, I can't read, but if there's pictures, I'll be able to ascertain what the problems are. Good.
Ascertain would be able to ascertain.
Right?
Hey.
Ascertain is an ascertain. Thank you, Lambert.
I'll take you to the hotel or to.
Before we go, Myrta would like some hay sweets as well, so if you could take those.
Oh, okay.
I think she wants you to take. If we go to her before we go to the hotel. Sorry, I seem to be doing this.
It's up to you. Either you can go to the hotel so you can sleep, and I can wake you up in the morning and take you to Myrta, or I can take you to Myrta and then I can get you in there and take you to the hotel.
Well, we have just slept for a very long time, so it might be better just to go straight to Myrta.
Oh, okay. Shall I take you past the hotel so you know where it is?
Very well.
Please.
He's going to take you out of the cave. And the cave entrance has changed now because it's not like over this frozen river. It's much more people accessible. They've carved in like these steps that go up and take you out. And when you go out, you're on this quite pleasant like cliffside. It's much greener. The whole place seems to have warmed up. The glacier is gone. So it's not cold anymore. It was really odd from when you went in under the glacier to now it's a valley. There is no glacier. And
Is global warming a thing in fantasy worlds?
It is now. Sorry.
Why did we burn so many fuels?
Maybe not global warming, but certainly like landscape movements and places getting warmer, other places getting colder. And the valley, as you look down it, there is a little village settled around it. And as you look around you, there are lots of signs that point up the track. And there is a sign right above this cave which says the Frozen 5, which is obviously the entrance to the museum. And there are little like ticket prices for how much it is to enter, and there's a little ticket booth, but it's closed at the moment because it's nighttime, and all you can see are kind of lights coming up from the village, and what you can make out from this moonlit night.
Because of inflation, does the price to enter seem like ridiculously high?
You just don't understand any of the currency. Like, it doesn't make sense to you at all. It's completely different from what you would have been used to.
Who has that much gold? There's not that much gold in the world.
You got to pay a dragon to go see a dragon. That doesn't make any sense. You got a dragon already.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a coin.
Oh,
No, it says dragon.
Oh, like one of these, and I just kind of show them a coin from my pocket.
Well, that doesn't exist anymore, but probably you could sell that to a collector and they'd give you a lot of money for it.
So I have to sell my money to get money.
I appreciate that doesn't make a lot of sense, but in this instance, yes.
No, wait. This means I'm not rich.
I mean, it depends on how much of the antique money you've got and how many people you can sell it to.
Okay. Zeleny,
yes.
please make a note. The second order of business, sell our money to get money.
Will do. There's a bit of sass coming into Zelany's voice now.
So Lenny is
Look
done
what I
with this shit.
Yeah.
So Lambert will take you down the valley, and he'll point out points of interest. Like he'll be like, "Oh, and that's where we think that you fought the giants and drove them off." And you're like, that's just not true. And here's my house. And see, this is a tiny. I mean, Thorvald, you wouldn't even fit through the door of this house. You're looking at it like, what was he thinking? As a Certain, you also it would be a real struggle to get any of you into this house. So this is where I live. And it takes you further through the village, and it's a very quaint village. There are all things you usually expect, like a baker, a greengrocer, a blacksmith. And he takes you through, and he points to a hotel, which is probably the fanciest house building in this village, and it has a sign on the outside, and it's called the hang on one sec.
Come on, alliteration.
It's called the Frozen Princess, and on it is the sign is a picture of Tine shooting ice from her hands, and the ice is like going out of the sign as well.
We're going
You look
to
very
fix
beautiful.
that.
You look very beautiful. It was a good picture.
I always look beautiful. Thank you.
Are there people around? And are they kind of...
No, it's like 11 o'clock at night. They're all asleep. It's village life. There's like probably one drunk person like sitting on a bench somewhere having a sing, but it's really very quiet.
We could go scare the drunk
8 p.m.
person. Ooh, we're ghosts.
That actually sounds like a lot of fun.
Would that cheer you up, princess?
Yes, let's go and do that.
As you
Okay.
walk further in, lots of the things around here are themed after you. So like Thorvald, you're painted on the greengrocer sign, and Sir Griffin.
I'm green. Why am I
I'm
not
sorry,
green?
Zeleny.
No one cares about Zeleny, which is good.
As certain, there's a stables in town, and you're the face of the stables. And Afua, I'm really
Yep,
sorry.
here we go.
You're the face of the butcher. I'm really sorry. Zeleny, there's a little like kids trail around town that you can see, and there are like little pictures of you on it. But they haven't named it after you. It's just you're present. You can
Okay.
tell because there's a depiction of horns, and one of them is broken.
Ah,
This drunk person is on the bench singing them to themselves, a song you've never heard before. It's they're having a good time.
do you want to do it, princess?
Yes, I do. Okay. Oh, do I dare? Do I dare?
What are you going to do to this poor drunk person?
Oh, you say we're going to have a rest soon.
Hmm?
I mean, it's up to you when you rest. I offered you a hotel.
Fuck it, I've got a
Yeah,
6
I
level
think
spell
that decision
slot.
was taken. Not to preempt things, but perhaps would not make the best impression to be messing with people. It does not seem very chivalrous.
We're not knights anymore, are we?
I'm still a knight. I will always be a knight.
You only just did me. Don't take that away.
They may not be royalty, but many of my oaths had nothing to do with royalty. It was a way of living and being.
Well, you
Be
can stay
proud
here.
of it.
I want to go and scare some drunk guy. It's been a tough day.
Like me to pretend to be a drunk guy, and you can scare me.
We've done that too many times. I need something fresh.
We don't have to scare him necessarily. Maybe we should just say hello and see what happens. That would be scary.
That's true. That's true.
We have been scared when we have seen ghosts. They have rattled chains. It was horrible.
Maybe I have some chains I can rattle.
While this is going on, I might just cast Prayer of Healing at 4th level. Just
Sure.
No, Sir Griffin, wear those wounds. No one's going to bed. It's an all-nighter.
22 HP to everyone.
Yeah.
I'd like to just kind of be like, okay, that's great. Okay, I'm just going to be real quick. I'm not going to do anything too bad. Okay. See you in a moment. See you in a moment. And I just kind of go.
So, Lenny,
Yes.
did you ever think that perhaps the princess is sociopath?
Oh, no. I know she's sociopath. Her father tried to murder my mother.
I never knew this.
No. No, you didn't.
I tried to murder her father, so
Hey. I was sort of like hand clasp, big sort of squeezes like, there you go, solidarity. I am sorry.
swings and yeah.
I'm sorry I did not act chivalrous. You're right. Just because we are not being held to the accounts of a king does not mean we can be monsters. Thank you for correcting me, my friends.
You would do the same for me, I am sure.
Of course.
All right, Evie. What are you doing? Show me the way to go. Way.
Is the sign of the hotel still in?
Definitely.
I would like to stand so that we can both be seen and strike the same pose.
Oh, there's two of you.
And you know what, drunken commoner? I'm not an ice princess. I'm a fire princess.
I'm called Dave. Did you say you're not a nice princess?
No, I'm not. I'm not frozen. I don't do I do flames. See?
Oh, cool. Do you do like
Tis the
fire tricks? Do you like blow it out your mouth?
I do actually. Do you want to see?
Yeah.
Okay, just wait. No. I'm scary. I'm a ghost. Ooh. And I will do dragon's breath and just like with blue flames because I want to now.
That's really cool.
It is really cool. Thank you. You're the first person that said that to me that doesn't work for me, kind of. I don't even know if those guys are my friends, you know? It's like, do they like me? Or were they just coming around with me because I'm a princess? Do you have something in that bottle?
They hand you a very mostly empty bottle.
Thank you. I chug the rest of it.
It's very bad whiskey.
This is terrible. I sincerely hope that you find a better way of life soon. But we'll see. Have a good night.
I like this bench.
We have nothing more to say to one another. Good night.
Nice to meet you, second princess.
That was a bust. He was too drunk to be scared, and then his alcohol wasn't even very good. Did say that my fire was cool, but I don't like this time.
If I was bad, I would play small violin. Just for you.
Well, hang about. Fire's hot. Even I know that. How drunk was he? Thinks it's cool.
This is a strange land.
There should be a song about that, about fire and ice.
Do you want to come to see?
Yes, please.
I
Thank you.
thought the fire was really cool as well.
Thank you. Except it's hot. Is this now common that everyone just calls everything cool?
Oh, it means it's like really great, but in like a cool way. It's really like, it's good.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Where's this way? He would. Oh yes, sorry.
perhaps to speed things up, do you want to come for a ride, and so you don't have to use your little tiny legs anymore?
It's a childhood dream to ride on Circe Tane. Are you sure?
I wouldn't have offered otherwise, would I? Come on. Upsy daisy, there we are. You are.
He will need to be lifted because he is very small.
Yeah, I do this.
How do you do that?
Do not ask, princess. Do not observe it.
Very strong upper body strength.
Do this.
Over the top, yeah.
Just have to dislocate your shoulders. Just dislocate them. There we are. Right.
You've been following Torvald's yoga guide.
That's it. Yes.
Lambert
Very good.
looks like he's having genuinely the time of his life. This is the best. She's just this way. He'll lead you slightly further out of the village and then onto like outskirty bits, which start to look more rural. And he leads you to a farm, and then he kind of almost reluctantly is like, well, I guess it's here. Murta's farm. Here we are. I guess I'll see you around, maybe.
Have you ever considered being a ward, Lambert?
What's a ward?
Or perhaps Zeleny?
Hello.
You're the one who's most recently lost one.
Just utter sadness crosses the faces of Laney. Yeah. Okay. So Lambert, do you have a desire for power?
I have a desire for knowledge.
That's good. Do you try to always do the right thing?
I think so. I tried to stop the dragon from breaking the exhibits.
You did, and you were very brave, and you said you would go get someone. Who you would get, we do not know, but I'm sure they would have also helped. Are you... I turned to Sir Griffin and was like, am I taking the boy, or are you taking the boy?
You have the boy. I don't want one. I just thought it might be quite funny.
Oh.
Carry on. Sorry, don't let me interrupt.
Wait, hold on. This whole thing is funny to you.
No.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, the trees. Oh, okay,
Like
Lambert. Oh, that taught me a lot. Okay, Lambert, do you want to become a knight?
Can I think about it?
Yes. Sleep on it. That is always the best way to make decisions. I did not sleep on it when Sir Griffin chose me, and now here I am.
All right. Well, you know where I live, and I know where you are, so I will let you know tomorrow.
Top aces, as we said 2,000 years ago.
Wow, that one really didn't age.
Nope.
He'll get off and kind of gesture you down the path, and you can start walking towards Murta's farmhouse. Murta's farm is quite expansive. There are many fields. What's your passive perception?
Passive? 20.
There are many fields full of Gloucester Old Spot pigs. Many, many Gloucester Old Spot pigs. Huge numbers of Gloucester Old Spot pigs. In fact, every field appears to be completely full of Gloucester Old Spot pigs.
Mm-hmm.
And as you walk towards the house, the door opens and a suit of armor, quite a really old-fashioned, I mean, not to you, I guess it's quite modern-looking to you. Quite a modern-looking suit of armor, really, to your eyes, creaks out of the door, draped in lots of floaty scarves and wearing Murta's glasses. Welcome, dearies. It's so good to see you. I have missed you all. And this motion is very odd on a suit of armor. And every time she moves, the suit creaks horrifically, like it desperately needs to be oiled, but there are bits that she can't reach.
Rafe was kind of looking around the suit, trying to see where Murta is.
Oh, it's me, darling. The whole thing is me. I'm in here. Well, my spirit's in here. The body's gone. Long gone. Dead.
Was this something you did or something that was done to you?
Oh, well, I needed to stay alive to make sure that you would be alive. And this seemed like a pretty decent option, to be honest.
Speaking of us being alive,
Hello.
Hello.
why? What?
It's a very good question, my darling. I've been trying to work it out for years. I've had many years to ponder it. I don't think it was that dragon, to be honest.
But we got it. We got its heart.
Well done. We can probably use it to make something, but no, it's a bit grim, Zeleny. You can put it away. Put it away.
Apologies. It's been a long day, Myrta.
Oh, come in, have some tea. Sit down.
Perhaps you have some more prophecies to give us, written on exceptionally small paper hidden in bag.
Oh, I am sorry, darlings, but I did think if you'd read it beforehand, you just wouldn't have gone.
No shit. He didn't give us much of a choice.
Yes. I do feel bad about it.
Do you?
Insight check.
I would also like to insight that.
I know, Myrta. I assume they're fine. It's like, yeah.
Natural 1 for 8.
Ooh, 12.
Your second at one insight roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. As much as Myrta can feel bad about things, she does feel bad about this. I mean, she also has stayed throughout the centuries to be here. So, in some way, she does feel responsible. You can gather. Well, come in, have some tea, and we'll chat. And as you step inside to have some tea and figure out what is going on, that is where we'll pick up after our break. So, thank you, everyone. We'll be back in about 10 minutes to have a conversation with Myrta. See you then. All right, everyone, welcome back from the break, and we are at Myrta's hut. Well, farm. It's not a hut, it's a farm. Myrta has invited you all in for tea. Myrta is a walking suit of armor, for those of you who have joined us after the break. And she has walked in clankily in front of you and invited you all to sit down. The house is furnished very nicely. It's warm and inviting. There are lots of sofas, squishy sofas, and one very solid chair, which is the one that Myrta is going to sit on.
I go to a squishy sofa and lay down on it.
I guess I will just go stand by one of the arms. Also, because I'm worried if I sit down on a squishy sofa, I will never get up again. I'm so clanky. So
Yeah, I'll be standing as well because, plate and a squishy sofa is not a combination I want to experiment.
again, I think we have like a stop across the reclining princess. We're like, yep.
Is there a centaur chair? How would that even work?
I know. I was gonna sort of awkwardly kind of teeter up to one of the squishy sofas if there's still one left, and like try with one leg and then the other to get on like a gangly greyhound, and just try and lower myself down, but then kind of glance across to Myrta in kind of a graceful way, or as graceful as I can be, and maybe rest my elbow upon the arm of the chair and just try and ponder my way at her.
Maybe you need a beanbag.
I'd like a beanbag. I would like that.
So Griffin is reclining on one of the sofas.
The whole sofa.
A4?
Is there a seat for A4? Is there enough sofa?
There's
You
an
can hop
armchair.
on.
If was more kind of concerned about getting dirt on it because he hasn't had his bath yet this year.
A4, I'm covered in dragon blood. Let's not stand on ceremony.
Let's not forget that Tina does have the ability to clean everybody. It just isn't happening.
You have an arse.
which is absolutely correct.
Right. Well, let me make you all some tea. She'll clatter into the kitchen, and there is a cacophonous noise, which is her making tea. It takes about 5 minutes, and she returns to the platter with tea for all of you.
No sugar in mine, please.
I'm also not allowed sugar.
No.
Sir Sartain, you just had so many sweets.
No, but sugar in tea, I have bad experiences with. Zeleny will attest to what happened the last time I had sugar in tea. That Doris.
Involves the hag story. It was,
Yes.
Oh.
Need we say more? Anyway, thank you for the tea, Myrta.
I did tell Fer the hag story after the curse incident, but it was probably too late by that point. She'll pour some tea for all of you, no sugar in the two of yours, and sort of pass the tray awkwardly over to you. The whole thing is very loud. It's distinctly average tea.
I load mine with sugar.
Well, welcome. This is now the year X, which is the year to about 2,000 years after your year in the Faerun calendar. We're going to pretend. And, I haven't uncovered a great evil, but I'm sure there must be one.
It was a dragon, wasn't it? We killed it. Job's good.
Just I feel it in my metal bones that it's not that.
Okay, can we start at the beginning? How did you get the idea that we all needed to be frozen in time to be awakened in many years' time when there was a great evil? Where did this come from?
Oh, you know how these things happen, Tina. They come to you in dreams, and in a dream I saw all of you frozen in a very heroic-looking pose, and a sort of echoey voice in my head went, "It's very important that this happens." And when the voice says it's very important that things happen, I sort of do my best to make sure they do.
Torvald tries to express to Zeleny with an expression the deepest level of skepticism at the fact that this has all been done because of voices in a suit of armor's head.
Delaney is so tense.
She was an elf when you knew her previously.
That doesn't make it any more reliable, I'm afraid.
Had you
very
taken
elfish odd.
anything? Oh, sorry.
I was making a pun. It's fine.
No, always.
No. Let the pun stand.
We were
Sean.
not very elfish odd.
Thank you, my friend. Pun dance.
Definite lack of elfin safety.
I mean, I hadn't taken anything as such, but I was using my incense, as always, Tina.
Right. And do you know who the voice was?
Well, I sort of assume that it's Mistra.
Is this the incense that you make from the mushrooms?
No, you took all my mushrooms, Thorvald.
Yes, that was a good day.
That was a good day. Thorvald, you had a jolly good time.
Wait, you did something without me?
Your
Oh, no.
father would not have been pleased.
Then I definitely would have wanted to go.
I can probably acquire
Next
you
time.
some more mushrooms.
No, the moment's gone now.
Find some truffles. I'm quite good at that.
Back to the matter at hand. The voice. Okay, so we were just kind of transported. Like, how did you know about the orb?
Well, it was in the vision. I saw Zeleny bashing it with her sword.
It is what happened, which is true.
Get a vision related to the great evil that we are supposed to fight now.
Not yet, but that doesn't mean there won't be one.
So we just wait around until someone comes along and says, I am a great evil, where are the frozen five?
Well, no, you could do things, you know. I mean, you'd save the pig folk. You could go and do things.
That does sound like a good quest, I think.
Yeah, where are the
Yeah.
pig folk?
Yeah.
I turned to my dad, I was like, I tried. I did try.
Well, you see, Aoife, Fer did something very noble
Right,
and
yeah, very
very
proud of my boy.
unfortunate.
Oh.
And pissed off a hag,
Oh,
and the hag cursed all of your family
oh.
so that they would no longer be folk; they would just be pigs.
Oh.
And I didn't find out about this for some time, so I've spent a long time collecting all the pigs that look like you and bringing them here so that when you one day break the curse, all of your family will be here.
You're right.
So I do own the biggest Gloucester Old Spot pig rescue in Faerun.
The what? Where's Gloucester?
You're a Gloucester Old Spot. I don't know why we call it that, because Gloucester's not a place here, but there you go. That's what it's called.
On the wiki. It is now.
I thought it was a small village near Aglarond.
I think they must have named it after you, Aoife.
Gloucester, I think they would pronounce it.
Say it's spelled the American way, so it's literally Glooster. Right.
Gloucester. And Fer turned into. Did Fer survive?
No, first survived to see what he had wrought.
Did he
Right.
live a long, happy life after that? Or
He wasn't so happy, I don't think. The tales don't talk of happiness, really, just, stress.
I can imagine.
That's not good. Where's Fer now? Can I talk at him?
He's dead, Aoife.
What? When did that happen?
Dead for about 2,000 years.
What? No. We only just came out of that cave.
Well, you know how time passes?
Right.
You know when you go to sleep and time passes quicker?
Right.
Well, you were asleep and time passed quicker for you.
Right.
And it was a very, very long time that you were asleep.
Yeah, like a few weeks.
No.
No?
Years.
All right. Well, Wildesween will be happy. I've never been away for more than a month.
Well, Wildesween's dead too.
What? Where did that happen?
Oh,
2,000
about
years
2,000 years ago.
Yeah, but not Sweenlick. Sweenlick's all right.
Well, no, also dead.
But not Stigfair.
They're all dead, Aethra.
All of them.
All
All
dead,
of them.
Dave.
Or even Wildebeer.
All of them.
Not Fatal Sweden.
Do you want to just write me a list? I can just ratify for you that they're all
Get them
dead.
off. Dead.
Right. Can someone read?
Yeah, for what is average lifespan of pig folk? Is it 2,000 years?
No, they're not about 50, 60, I think.
Okay, so everyone you know lived about 50, 60 years and is now dead.
Right. Oh.
I appreciate this is a big shock.
You were not fur, right?
No, we've established that Fur died. Sad.
No, you're my youngest. Fur, not fur.
No, I know who Fur is, Aethra. I'm so sorry.
Right.
I keep telling you, he was a very good, well, I would say boy, but man. You have, someone will read you the book. You have a book which Zelani turns and just sort of looks into a corner for a bit.
Right.
I knew it was going to be difficult.
But good news, we can try to lift curse on your descendants. So you will be great to many times grandfather.
Right.
Well, you can go out and see them if you want. They're just outside.
Well, those big pink things,
Yeah.
they're all naked. Why don't you give them all clothes? And
Well, the pigs, Aethra.
when they're all walking around on their hands and feet. What are they doing that for?
Well, the pigs, Aethra.
Right. I'm not sure I follow.
Well, they're pigs. They became pigs. They've been pigs.
You keep saying that. What is a pig?
What is a pig? One of those.
Right.
Okay, Aethra.
Right.
So imagine a dog, and then imagine a people. What is the difference between a dog and a people?
Dog knows tricks.
Yes, but the main difference is a people can speak and communicate, like we're doing right now.
Right.
The dog can't do it in the same way,
No, that's right.
and that's what your people have become. They're no longer peoples, they are the equivalent of the dog.
Oh, right. Well, that's awful. We've got to get on that.
Yeah, definitely. And after we do that, will there be a way for us to get back?
I mean, I suppose if you knew someone very, very powerful, you could ask them to grant you a wish.
Maybe if we perform enough heroic deeds, we will be introduced to such a person.
Maybe someone who runs a city. They seem pretty powerful from what we've been told.
You could go to one of the cities. I will warn you, though, that the cities are quite different to what you're used to. Many people. Many people. A lot of people. There's just a lot of people.
More than 200. Yes, we have discussed that. Which seems.
Are they?
Go on.
So please.
And are they vicious? The many people in the many cities.
Depends where
Of
you
which
go
we do not know.
and who you talk to. I mean, where do you want to go?
There was a deep water place, I believe I heard. Something about
Waterdeep? Yes, Waterdeep's very nice. It's full of things. And things.
And non-ferocious people. That sounds good, but what's closest?
To here? Well, Luskan's fairly close. Waterdeep's relatively close. You could go to, I suppose, you could go to Neverwinter if you really wanted to.
Which would you recommend? The tea is lovely, by the way. I do enjoy it without the sugar.
Yes. You could stay here and wait. You're going to defeat a great evil. How will you know what it is?
Is when do great evils just kind of show up at the doorstep?
Well, it's quite a good point, Tina. I suppose.
How do we know that it will show up here, even if it does?
Well, you're right, I suppose. It could show up anywhere. I mean, maybe there is no great evil. Who knows? Maybe you just gallivant off around the world and just forget your destiny.
So we gallivant off around the world, and then we've been transported 2,000 years into the future where we don't know anyone, and A4's people are literally just animals for no good reason.
It's a heroic destiny.
Oh, now you're all heroic destiny.
I was always heroic destiny. You're the ones who want to gallivant.
Right. So we could sit here and drink tea, or points out the door. Look.
It would just be nice to have some company, that's all.
Do you know about how to cure a curse?
I could. I've been doing some research. I have a fairly good idea of who did it, and when, and why.
And any idea about how to lift it? Do we find them? Are they still around? Or
Usually with hags, you do have to go talk to them, unfortunately, and ask them sort of what they want in return. I suppose you could do that while you're waiting.
Well, what's the hag's name? We could go ask.
Green Jenny.
Not Jenny Greenteeth, is it?
No teeth as far as I'm aware. Just literally no teeth at all.
It's all the sugar, you see. They fall straight out.
Why did nobody tell me? Puts down tea.
Have you not been brushing your teeth, Majesty?
What is this brushing of teeth? It's not hair.
You're right, it is not hair.
when you take wooden stick and you scrape.
I'm sorry, all my manners were taught to me by a dragon. What? I'm supposed to. This is a matter for another time. It's not important right now. Later. Okay, Jenny Greenteeth. It's something to do.
No, Green Jenny.
Teeth, no teeth.
No
Green
teeth.
Jenny.
Jenny, no teeth.
Let's not call her Jenny No Teeth.
Try not to insult her when you meet her.
Oh no, do. Do.
She cursed the entirety of Aether's people. Try not to insult her.
Probably because he did not know to be polite.
Sorry, I had to laugh because your camera refocused just as you did the toothbrush reveal, and it was like something from Jaws, like the.
Very profound.
As you're having this conversation, there is a sudden weird clanking from the kitchen. And it's not like the clanking that you heard before when she was making tea. And suddenly there is like a brush as if something has been swept to the floor. And a mechanical voice goes, no, correct. And then something else is like, obviously moved. And the mechanical voice goes, no, correct. And this will continue from the kitchen for as long as you allow it to, basically.
Would we understand the distinction between a mechanical and an organic voice, though?
It sounds odd to you. It sounds more similar to Myrta's, the change in Myrta's voice, than to anything organic.
Did you turn someone else into a suit of armor. Are they making tea?
That's not mine. I don't know what that is. Maybe this is your heroic destiny. Could you just... I mean, I could go look, but I'm just a helpless suit of armor.
I'm so innocent. I'm a little suit of armor. Okay.
Is oxymoron, but fine.
I could go.
Better than drinking tea. Shall we look?
Might just have to give me a moment to get off this sofa. I got on.
Give you an arm if you want it.
Thank you.
I offer a hand
Lift myself
to
up.
Tine. You need a hand?
Yes, please, thank you. And I put a little bit too much weight on you rely on you a little too much.
I completely expected. I'd braced myself.
Thank you, Zeleny.
You're welcome, princess.
All make your way into this very small kitchen. Who's going first?
I was just going to say, can I expend a spell slot to sense whether it's an aberration, celestial, dragon, elemental, fey, or fiend, or undead? Actually, I don't think I can tell the location, but I just want to know if they're in.
None of the
around
above.
me.
Ooh.
I guess I just ping Zeleny and Tine.
Aberrations.
Thorvald will lead way if no one wants to go first.
You're going to take up most of the kitchen. So
Into the kitchen. As we get into the kitchen, there is basically a small round metal thing, and you have no concept of what's. I mean, no one on Faerun has a concept of what this is. So this is not just you. This is like everyone. It has quite carefully tooled metal. It looks very well made, rather than like Murta's suit of armor, which is more like kind of just been shoved together. Murta is a very early Warforged, for anyone who's intrigued. This is like a sort of a round floating ball with an eye ball, like a glass eye in the middle of it. And it has like little spindly mechanical army legs floating off it. And it's going around the kitchen picking up things, looking at them, then putting them down and saying, no, correct. And as you walk into the kitchen, Thorvald, it will turn, look at you, poke you and go, no, incorrect. And it's going to try and whack you. Assume that you're prepared for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, in which case we'll roll initiative. Can everyone roll initiative? Oh.
It's gonna get picked up.
Advantage, I rolled 2 10s, but that's still a 17.
I also got 17.
I got 16.
18, just as a
Which, given that it's a flat roll, I'll take.
14.
14. And
You might have to spend your turn
the Certain?
trying to get past my bulk.
Sorry, Liz, yours was a
18.
18. Nice. And I've got 2 17s, Aether and Tine.
My dex is +5.
And
Oh, you just go for it.
okay.
Quick as a
You could
greased
probably
pig.
run between my legs, Sean.
Aether's average-ish height, 5 something.
Sir,
Duck a bit.
Sir Griffon, you go first.
Okay, so this thing is about to whack Thorvald.
So it has said incorrect.
I'm going to... I wouldn't be able to get past, but I'd be able to see. So what I'll do is just do a first level guiding bolt toward the little mechanical creature prodding my friend.
Please do.
In total, that's 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Away with you, Kerr. That's 22 points of radiant damage.
As you send this burst of damage at it, it disintegrates into dust, leaving no trace of what was there apart from these dust particles. And as it does, it lets off a little like... and as it emits this bipping, more of them start popping into the room around you, surrounding all of you.
I made it worse. Sorry.
I'm more upset that your guiding bolt isn't going to do anything because it's
Yeah.
1 hit, killed.
fine.
Any bonus actions?
Oh, not that I would be able to do. Let me just check. Not that I can do right now.
Okay. Aoife.
Mm-hmm. Right, well, I was wondering whether I would have to do anything, but I am going to. I will be using my 3 attacks for first round of combat. So just whichever ones are closest to me, but not so close that I would get disadvantage. So first hit is a 26.
Just spreading my legs for you, so you've got a clean line of sight.
Your
Yeah,
what?
26 hits.
26 hits, cool. So that is an extra D8 and the D4 because I'm going to mark it as favored foe. Actually, will you let me cast? I'm a bit confused as to whether I need to pre-cast Hunter's Mark or not.
You can cast it now, that's fine.
Because that one I can move and it counts as the same thing. So 2d8 and a d6 of damage. That is 18 points of damage on that first hit.
It also bursts into dust, the one that you're firing at. Causing a scattering of these ashes.
At least I can move my hex or whatever it's called
Next turn, I think.
next
yeah.
turn. Second hit is I shouldn't say hit because I cursed myself. 16.
Yep, also hits.
That doesn't get any of the extra dice, so that would be a 7, but I'm going to use my piercer to re-roll the dice because I'm not happy with that. So would have been a 7 is instead a 10.
Sure. It also bursts into dust.
Yes. And third hit.
Those of you who are in the room now, the whole room is just starting to be covered in this fine coating of this like grey dust.
A 20 to hit.
Yep, also hits.
And that is worse. It was a 6 points of damage.
Also explodes into dust.
And that's action bonus and movement. I'm just going to kind of back up as much as I can.
All these ones that are bursting, they're letting off these like bips, so like beep, 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 all around the room.
Okay, so we've still got like a whole bunch around this tiny, tiny kitchen.
Kitchen and the living space as well.
Oh no. And they seem to just be multiplying by the moment.
They're not like massively multiplying, no.
Okay.
Like
That is-
a swarm came in and they're here now.
Right. I thought it was like a hydra.
No.
Right. Okay. That's fine then. Okay. In which case, I will. Sorry, I was formulating my plan
No,
with the thought of it being a hydra. So I'm just gonna do a firebolt.
Sure.
Just gonna at one of them. So that is. Okay, so that's 30. That's 31 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure.
Good shot, princess.
Let's get to that one. Ooh, so it's 10, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 fire damage.
This one also explodes.
It's working!
Kobold.
Oh, how many of them are still knocking about?
Currently, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About 10-ish.
Okay. I'm gonna try and grab one. So, Athletax. It's a 21 strength check.
I think you rolled a 5.
Cool.
Incorrect!
Drag it to the next nearest one and try and grab that.
Do it again, man. Do it again.
I got a 10. What'd you roll?
That is a 33.
Incorrect.
This is a good game.
Just put it in a cupboard.
I'm going to action surge.
I really want
And-
the incorrect thing with a beat underneath.
For my first attack, I'm going to
Smack them together.
smash them both
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Please do.
What would you say that was like an improvised mace?
I mean, they are wielding daggers, but they're quite big and go for a mace, because they themselves are quite big.
Cool. That's a 12 on the first attack.
12 won't hit, no, I'm afraid.
That's fine. I will try and do the same thing again.
Incorrect.
That's better. That's a 17.
All your damage on both of them
Phew.
as you smash them together.
So they presumably both take 13 points of damage.
As you crush them into each other, the incorrect slowly fades into nothingness as they crumble in your hands.
Thirsty and brilliant. And bonus action, I am going to stare one of them down and be like, we will show you what is incorrect about messing with us. And I'm going to give Zelene advantage by taking the help action as a bonus action,
Nice.
which I can do now.
Very nice.
Crazy times. So there you go. So please hit that one. Over to you.
Excellent. It is the Modron's turn. I gave it away, didn't
I
We
thought they
worked
were the
that
things
one
from
out.
Portal.
I? Little
Space.
robot thing. All right. There are 5 of you, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Are
8,
you there? Oh no.
There are 6 of you, including Murta, and it's going to be 2 each. However, they have terrible to hit, so we'll see how this goes. All right. So Griffin, that's a 12. I'm guessing that was a no, but no sound appeared.
No.
Oh,
The second one is a 6. So one, it comes over to you and just like is like trying to slice through your armor, but not. Incorrect. They for a 10 and a 20 non-natural.
20 will hit me.
You take a whopping 4 points of damage as one does slice your face. Incorrect. Not nice being called incorrect. Tine, that's a 21
Yep.
and a 20 non-natural. They don't like you.
They're really good, but they're adorable.
So it's a 5 and a 4. So incorrect.
Ow!
You said they were spherical, didn't you? Maybe
Yeah.
that's what we should call them, adorables.
Oh.
Zeleny, that's a 17
Nope.
and a 15.
Nope.
And Thorvald, I can't see that. A 14? No. And, a 20. Natural 20.
well, that will definitely hit.
That is, I think you'll be all right.
Found the gap in my armor.
Your bare
Congratulations.
chest.
Clinically, yeah.
Roll bad, it's 5. Just one, stabs in through the side. Incorrect!
I'm a bit concerned now because I'm down to 94.
And the
The
2,
smallest violin comes in again.
one does seem to pierce Murta's armor, doing a tiny bit of damage. But just one. All right. Oh no. Selene.
Yep. No messing about. I'll take my slashes. With advantage, I think. Overall.
Yeah, first attack has advantage.
Cool.
You're attacking the one that Thorvald stared down.
Yep. So with advantage, that's a 27.
Very nice.
Please let it be the one that stabbed me.
It was. Okay, so that's 10 slashing, 6 fire.
Yeah. But again, it bursts into this cloud of dust.
And I will take a second attack on I'm just swinging.
Another one. Yep.
Another one. That's a 21 to hit.
Also hits.
And that is 3 slashing, 6 fire.
Also dead.
Oh, baby.
You're now showered in the dust from these creatures.
As well as the
Covered in
dragon blood.
blood and dust.
It's sticking to the blood.
Ugh.
Like someone's glitter bombed you.
But with dust. So Satane,
Many are there of these little creatures within 5 foot of me?
within 5 foot of you, let's say, roll a d10.
6? If they're quite small, I guess.
Let's say 3.
3? Okay. Could 3 of them make a check for me? A Constitution saving throw.
Check the con check. That's a 14. A 14. And an 18.
Okay. So the ones that got 14, they take some damage from my Word of Radiance cantrip.
Oh, nice.
That is 12 points of damage. The one that succeeded does not.
Yeah, they both burst into dust.
I uttered the divine word of you and you, and they just erupt in this radiant flame.
Divine indeed.
Yes.
Any bonus actions?
Oh, good question. I think for the moment, let's see. I can't really charge in. I don't really want to use my second level spell slot. So for now, I'm just going to kind of move to one side so the next person can huddle in this doorway and start slashing.
Cool. A4.
No. How many of these did you say were left?
It's a number between 1 and 8.
1 and 8. And were you being generous? How many of them could I hit with a 60-foot cone that did not also include many of my friends?
In this room, none.
Yeah, thought so. I'm just going to do a couple of hits then, I think. There's not enough left for me to do anything fancy. So I'm just going to shoot him with my longbow.
Please shoot with your longbow.
19?
19 hits. I don't think there's any way you can not kill it.
I mean, let me try. I'll bonus action move my curse to the next one. Sorry, I've locked my thing and now it's not going away. Yes, extra d8, so 2 d8s. And I haven't marked this one, so it's just the 2 8s. Exciting exposition for everyone else. That is 15 points of damage.
It explodes.
And I shall move my Hunter's Mark to 1, which will then give me a d6 on that one. Oh, except I only rolled a 13 to hit.
I will reaction War God's Blessing, which allows you to add +10 to.
Yes! 23 then.
With that, it hits.
Thank you, Certain.
Anytime.
Turned my certain miss into a certain hit. Right, so plus the Hunter's Mark. Oh, that was not so good. I'm going to re-roll my 1 on the d6 to improve that.
Sean, is it more than 5?
No, it was only... Oh, actually, yeah, it was 9.
It's dead.
Yeah, but it could have been really dead.
Soup's dead.
I can do it once a turn. I'm doing it anyway. More 2 points.
It's more dead.
Yes.
Tine.
as there's not much of these buggers left once they're dead, can I actually just cast Detect Magic on one to see if I can find something out about it?
Sure. What does Detect Magic tell you?
So you can see faint aura around any visible creature or object that bears magic, and you learn the school of magic, if any.
Okay. Well, it is a construct. So it does have magic to it because it is being animated magically. It's odd. You can tell that it's come from a different plane of existence. It's definitely not from here. That's pretty much all the Detect Magic would give you. It would be enough that you could probably do some research on them later.
Okay, cool. And now I have some knowledge, which is the armor of the wise. I don't know what I'm saying.
Very well done, princess.
Thank you. Always my number one cheerleader.
Yeah, I'm glad our
Forewarned.
these sessions have paid off.
Forewarned is forearmed.
Any bonus
Forearmed.
actions?
I'm just gonna say no. We are correct, and that's it.
Incorrect. Thorvald.
Do these things have an apparent power source?
Not that you can see. There's definitely like a body to them, which has the little eye, which is like flicking between all of you.
Because I wanna try and do non-lethal damage by basically incapacitating it. Whether that's possible or not isn't, it's entirely up to you.
You could definitely grapple one and
Yeah,
hold
'cause
it so that
hold
then
it.
out of combat you can try and
Yeah, I think that's the plan. And if it wants to keep trying to stab me, I'll just take it. So I'm gonna try and grab one. That's a 26.
yeah. It literally can't not be grabbed.
Cool. Just sort of holding it up. Are there any others still active?
Oh yeah,
Cool. I'll just punch one.
it's do.
Just making sure I use the right one. It's that one. 28.
Yeah, 28 hits.
Cool. And that does 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
It explodes. Selene,
See what happens, and if there's any others left, then I
there are
will.
a couple left. You've got most of them now. There's the one you're holding, and there's just a couple more.
Cool. Bonus action. I will do the same thing again, and I just be like, "We'll see what happens when you are not correct."
Incorrect.
And
Incorrect. Incorrect.
Lenny, show them the meaning of correct. And you once again have advantage on your first attack.
It is their turn next. Right, hang on.
Just imagine Torvald like doing bicep curls with this thing.
Incorrect!
Shaking it.
Incorrect. The one that you're holding is going to try and stab your arm.
Yeah, I mean, fine.
It rolls. Oh, it rolls 21.
Shield.
The two remaining in the room, I'm just going to roll for it, see who they go for. One goes for Certain, and one goes for, that's you again, Torvald. So, Certain, that is a 13 to hit you.
No.
It's just poking at your chest, like, incorrect.
Stop.
Incorrect.
Desist, small automaton creature.
Torvald, they've really got it in for you. That's 20 to hit. You've already got shield up.
Shield with shield up, it won't hurt.
What does your-
unless it was a
What does your shield spell look like?
It's basically it's a shimmering field all around me, like a sort of sphere, but it's concentrated at the front, like a sort of luminous purple kite shield,
Nice.
which moves around depending on where the attack is coming from.
It comes in, it looks like it's going to get you, but it bounces off the shield. Incorrect.
Just shake my head. At it.
Incorrect. That is Lenny. There are two remaining that aren't being held by Thorvald.
Are we interrogating that one? Yes?
Yes, this is plan.
Okay. Right. Here we go.
Totally to be.
Yeah, one for you. One for you. One for you. Yeah.
Lady
This has
said
been
pointing.
The lady has become a very pointy person now. A finger of judgment.
Well,
No.
It'd say she's got a green finger. That was terrible.
nice.
No, it was good. Well done. Welcome to the team.
Fun dance.
Fun dance. Okay, first with advantage. That is a 24.
Yes, that hits.
So that's okay. Slashing 13. And then
Bursts into
it
dust.
explodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It explodes.
Right. And then a
Incorrect.
22.
Yeah.
And look, I'm good at what I do. And then, no, absolutely correct. So that's a 15 to damage.
The final two that aren't being held by you burst into dust. As this happens, and there's just one remaining going, incorrect. Murta will appear from behind one of the sofas. Is it finished? Is it done? Is it safe to come out?
Yes, I mean, stay away from knife range.
Oh.
Is it just holding a knife, or is it attached to the?
It's attached to its attached to its arm thing. I mean, you could cut it off, I guess.
I'm thinking about. I might just pull the arm off.
What I'd like to do, and there's a discretionary rule that if you are using strength in order to be intimidating, a DM can allow you to roll intimidation with strength.
That's fine by me. If you're proficient in intimidation, you can just use strength as your base instead of charisma.
Because one thing that I can do at the start of, and I know we're kind of out of initiative, but I do have the capacity to do 1d4 bludgeoning damage to a creature that's grappled by me, and I'm assuming it has more than 4, but I can do a bit of damage.
I mean, if you want to.
Or can I just roll straight intimidation because it's seen me obliterate its friends?
I mean, you can roll intimidation.
Can I
Sure.
help give advantage? Because I'm if you do not stop that, I will snap your arm off. Do you understand me, creature?
You are incorrect.
No. I am the most correct I have ever been.
You are
I will
incorrect.
hurt you.
So I'm just gonna
I'm not fighting with you.
I'm gonna roll the skill that has the correct proficiency,
Yeah.
as Emma's allowing strength in this case. That with advantage. I mean, that's 24.
You are all incorrect.
I think you should readjust your tone and just start squeezing slowly.
You are all incorrect.
Shaky, shaky, shaky,
You
shaky.
are all incorrect.
Thorvald, I don't think it can feel intimidated.
Well, it's worth a try. You want to examine? I will hold.
Yes, Murta, have you ever seen one of these before? I mean, I know a lot of time has passed, but this doesn't seem to be from this plane of existence even so.
I might have heard of something similar. Very unusual. Very unusual. Let me just get a book out. And she'll go to a different room, through into a study where you can see through the door there's just shelves of books that she's collected throughout the years. And she'll go to a particular one and pull it out, bring it through and just put it on the floor, basically in front of you all, and flick to a particular page. And on the page are drawings of things very similar to this. It says here that they correct timelines.
What?
You are incorrect.
Oh, because we're from another time.
You are incorrect.
I mean, technically, if that's your definition.
Did
Do
you
you
find
think-
anything that was correct?
You are
I hold
incorrect.
I hold a cup in front of it.
Correct. You are incorrect.
I'm getting serious you are the weakest link vibes on these mantrons, by the way.
That's like the Doctor Who episode when it's just when she's a robot.
The
android.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
Did you take the knife arm off, by the way?
I don't.
Is it just currently trying to stab me repeatedly? Like,
You can hold it in such a way that it
I
can't.
think I am just holding it like in a gauntlet hand, and
I mean, look, I could take it.
I'm not. Again, it's an irritation for you. I know you could take it, but just again, it's just a wiggling around and just sort of
Flailing.
Stop it.
Yeah.
So when you say correct timelines, does that mean send us back or murder us? Because it's very stabby.
It doesn't look promising based on the book, I'll be honest. It looks like their definition of correcting is just destroying.
Is this the great evil? Or are you the great evil for making us incorrect? So many
Are we
questions.
the great evil?
I'm not terrible.
Oh, man.
I mean, you're not great, let's be honest.
I've done some dubious things in my lifetime, but they've all been for good in the end.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yes.
Greater good.
Yes.
Greater.
Look, it says here that if they think you're out of time, sometimes they just kill you. And then they think the timeline is fixed.
I mean, is this as dangerous as they get, or do they send worse things?
Well, I mean, she turns around the book and there are like different varieties that seem to get bigger. It doesn't look like they get bigger. They're sort of they're inevitable. They never stop coming.
Are they being sent by something, or are they just driven by a force of nature?
I don't know.
Wait, little automaton man, would like to speak to your boss. Can you do
You
that?
are incorrect.
No. We'd like to communicate so we can resolve this quickly.
You are incorrect.
Maybe you should just crush it.
If we have a really close examination of it, is it possible to see anything about how it works or how it's put together?
Not
Does it say made in China?
not in a way. Not in a way
Does it
that.
say made in 2399?
Not in a way that you could comprehend. It's so far. I mean, even if you were from this time, it's so far advanced that it will be incomprehensible.
Do you want me to put it in a cupboard or something?
I don't want it in any of my cupboards. They're inevitable. They keep coming forever. What if it keeps coming for its friends, or keep it in your own cupboards?
We don't have cupboards. That's part of the problem.
I mean, I
Our
suppose
cupboards are rotten.
you could go somewhere with a bigger library and ask them.
Great.
Am I carrying this thing all the way? I knew I should have taken the bag of devouring.
Well,
Just feeding things
I
to
could
it.
I could send you.
Can you explain more than that, please?
Well, I could send you to a library. I often go to the libraries. I have teleportation circles. Or I could send you. I can't bring you back. You could ask someone else to send you back.
I mean, what else is new?
Yes, haha, you're very funny. Ha 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 ha.
Was that
ha, 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 ha. My only reason for existing is to continue looking after Aoife's pigs.
Your pigs, Abel.
Family?
Yes. But that's the thing. If we go to library, maybe we can find, again, more solutions to break the curse. Seems to work. I mean,
Solutions.
it seems. We don't get to go to the hotel, but and I don't get a new ward. But that's fine. You know, the quicker we can solve this, the quicker we can get home. And
I mean, do you want to sleep first? I can send you at any point. There's really no rush. No.
Yeah,
Yes.
we can go to the hotel. I can put this in trunk. It'll be fine.
I think I might also begin attempting to teach some of you how to read. Because there are at least two of you here. at which a library would be completely useless.
Oh, take the
Like the
child.
pictures.
I've forgotten his name. Hang on, names escape me sometimes. I've been alive for a very long time. Lambert, he's a scholar, you know. Did he not tell you about his thesis?
He said he was doing what was he? Is he doing it to us? Are we his thesis?
Did he not tell you that?
That's embarrassing.
I mean, possibly, but we just had a shock. We just woken up 2,000 years in the future.
Oh, that reminds me. Hey, sweets. There you go.
Oh, thank you, I do. They're the one thing that I allow myself to sort of suck at. It's worth the
How do you
cleaning.
suck?
Yeah, I put them in here, and I sort of...
Thorvald is just mumbling under his breath. You also suck at prophecies.
I
Zeleny tries not
can
to-
hear you, darling. I can hear you. Why don't? Well, Lambert's very good at reading. He's a very thorough researcher. You could take him with you, and he'll more than make up for those of you who do not have the reading prowess, let's say.
Research is good. Knowledge is good. If you all agree, I think is a good.
Well, he
start.
knows everything there is to know about all of you. Well, everything it is possible to know this many years in the future.
Why did you not tell him that I'm not an ice
I thought it was
sorcerer?
funny.
And why did you not tell
Oh,
him I
you
had
are
a
evil.
name?
Oh well, I thought it was funny.
Why does everyone think this is funny? Oh,
Is kind of fun.
Well, it's been 2,000 years. You've got to have little jokes. Little jokes.
so then he starts singing.
Like I rewrote all of Sir Griffin's poetry.
Writing how?
Oh, just you'll see. I wouldn't want to ruin the surprise for you.
Are you the one who put the rude jokes in?
What rude jokes? I would
think that was
never.
me.
Don't you wink at me, Warforge. I know you're. Yes, that's the plan.
Hotel? Or Afa, would you like me to introduce you to some of your long lost great. I will be going on like this sometime. They are great times, many grandchildren.
Yeah. Well, actually, that reminds me. Zeleny said that you were talking to Gilter. Could I talk to Gilter?
Zeleny just gently bangs her head against the door frames. I didn't say that.
Yeah, I just started lifting the thing like a kettlebell.
Well,
'Cause this might take some time.
you come out here and identify which one of them's Gilter, and then you can have a chat with her.
Great. Good idea. Go out to the fields.
There are a lot of pigs.
Start calling Gilter. Gilter, come to Daddy.
I need the medicine.
None of them respond.
She's not in this field. We'll go to the next field.
No.
No, hey, Vala.
No.
Right, I'm off to the hotel.
I would like.
Enjoy
Oh.
farm times.
I'm going to clean Zeleny while this is going on, just below.
Thank you, Majesty.
There's just a plaintive from the field. Gilter.
You there got your medicine?
We can't leave him. This is too sad. Someone's got.
Okay. I'd like to go out and just say, Afwa,
Oi.
I'm afraid that Gilter has had to go away. They're a very long way away at the moment,
Ooh.
but we're going to find a way that you can say hello to them and make sure they're okay down the line. But for now, we need to focus on what we're doing. Okay?
All right, fair enough.
Okay, excellent. Let's go.
You lead the way, Your Majesty.
Just as an aside to Tina, well, that was well said, Highness.
I can have delicacy when I choose to, which is always. Let's go.
As you make your way back to the hotel, as described, it is called the Frozen Princess, and the sign is of an ice princess, the ice version of Tine. The decor inside is definitely along lines of ice theming, like it's very like white and silver themed. And there is a half-orc standing at the reception desk. She has very nice plaited back hair. It's dyed sort of a whitey blonde. Her skin is very stark green. And she is just looking at something on the desk as you walk in. It's very late now. So she's kind of just not expecting anyone to arrive.
Probably a metallic dust, I'm imagining.
Oh, visitors. Hello, hi.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Mm-hmm. Hi, I'm the Ice Princess.
Hi. We named the hotel after you.
Yes, you did, and I think that means you give us free rooms.
Sure. Hi.
Yeah, I mean, you are using my image without my permission, so it's only right.
I mean, you've been frozen in time for many years. It's debatable who's... It's fine.
Well, I can consent now, and I will as long as you give us free rooms.
How long for?
Just tonight.
Oh, fine. Yes, please.
For now.
What? One each? Shared?
One each. At least one each. Does that sound good?
I need a room with a lockable trunk for my belongings.
And somewhere not up some stairs for our centaur friend.
Ground floor rooms with lockable trunks. Right. Sure. Let me just go and check that they're clean. She will leave you in the lobby area. You can see off to one side there is a lounge. There's very few people in there right now. It's kind of emptying out because it's the end of the day. And she's going to head off down one corridor to kind of start checking rooms, make sure that they're clear. She'll come back relatively quickly. Absolutely, they're just down there. 5, here are the keys. Breakfast's at 9. We serve many different, think continental, or full Faerun breakfast.
Trying to push Evo back a little bit, going no.
What is it?
And
Oh, good. My friend will explain later.
I hope you have a lovely evening. Are you really? You're not just in makeup.
No,
Basket
No.
is this.
we're
I mean,
as
she is in
surprised to be
makeup.
here.
She's a
as-
princess.
Oh yes, of course. We're as surprised to be here as you are to see us.
That's
I
gonna
like
be-
your hair.
Oh, thank you.
Side check. Against Tina.
Go for
Let's
it.
see if I can get another natural one. Let's see. Oh, it's kinda 19. Do you really like their hair?
I'm just saying something to be nice, or what
Okay,
I'm trying to
wow.
be. I don't know how nice it's coming across.
She'll show you to the rooms. There are 5 different rooms. There's a lounge if you want to convene and have a chat. Otherwise, the rooms you'll know where everyone is if you want to have separate conversations. Thorvald, there is a trunk in your room which has a very heavy lid and that you can tie some ropes through to put the modron in.
Oh, it will be really happy because the trunk presumably is correct.
It does have a quick scan of the trunk and go, correct. You are incorrect. You are incorrect.
Oh,
Yes, thank you. Goodbye.
The night's sleep is going to be amazing. Correct.
like a dripping pipe. Correct.
Just be putting all of my stuff on top of the trunk, trying to muffle the sound.
Are you bedding straight down? Do any of you want to have little side conversations? What's the order of events?
I think I will nip on over to Zelani's room.
I think Zelani's sort of taking her armor off, struggling slightly because it's been a while since she's had to do it by herself.
I think, but seeing that, I will sort of suddenly go and avert my gaze outside of the room if I see that you're donning, whichever it is, your armor. Doffing.
I'm not naked under it.
That would chafe.
Yeah. So it's okay. It's a griffin. You can come in. I think I've got the breastplate on, just sort of wearing long johns. Yeah.
Now, I know that it's hard for you at the moment. I can tell, and I know you think that I'm just silly old Sir Griffon Satane. Doesn't really care about anyone that he trains, leaves them in trees. But I do care, Zelani, and I can tell that you're not quite right. What's going on? You can tell me.
Well, first of all, very sad. I'm not going to lie. It's everyone else who isn't part of this party is dead. Well, apart from Berta, but we've already established that she's a lot more wicked than I had originally considered. You know, it's been an interesting couple of thousand years. Who is your loyalty to, Sir Griffin? To your friends or to your kingdom?
Both, I suppose. You can't have one without the other. And it doesn't matter which kingdom we're in. It doesn't matter what time we're in. We will always be knights. That's how it works.
I'm going to show you something, and I really hope you're not going to chop my head off.
I can't promise anything, Zelani, but go on, show me.
I go into my pack, and I pull out a gold signet ring, and I put it down, and it is very similar to the king's. Do you remember the king's sister, Tintagel?
How could I forget? Yes. Why?
Who was, again, she's like feeling the tension. Who was banished from the kingdom for consorting with demons. Mm-hmm. Well, the demons are very. This one gestures up at her horns, and my actual name is Mordraina Vandermeer. Technically, I'm a possible princess, and my mother was a warlock who wanted revenge, and there was a prophecy that the kingdom will fall, and technically it has, so the prophecy is fulfilled. But I am loyal. The king was not a great man, but I believe the princess, my cousin, could be. And I lied to you for 15 years, and I'm very sorry, Sir Griffon. No, I didn't lie. I just didn't tell the full truth, and that is not honorable. Please don't kill me.
There's going to be a silence, which is going to wait and linger until you start talking again.
She starts crying.
That was Zelani. You mustn't blame yourself, okay? This has happened, true, but it could have happened regardless of who you are or what you may have done.
I've done well up to this point, haven't I?
You've done very well, and I'm very proud of you. I know I don't say it very often. Silly old Satane.
My arms start opening up. I'm like, is this finally going to happen?
My
arms start coming down again.
Come here. Come here now. Come hither.
Bury myself in your chest and just holding on tight.
I apologize for the amount of chest hair, Zelani. I can't control it no matter how much I shave. It just keeps on bouncing back.
We can't help what we are.
I know. Do you wish for me to refer to you as Zelani still? I assume you wish to keep this to yourself. I don't want to go against your wishes.
No, I took on, when I took on my oath, I became Zelani, and that is what I am. I am not the usurper. I never was.
And you intend to keep your oaths?
Who am
as
I?
best you
oaths
can.
To you.
You are loyal. You said you are loyal. Cling to that.
I guess I. Yes. We are here to save the world, to make it a better place than when we arrived.
Which is how we started and how we will end.
I can put, and I think repeat the handhold that we did when we froze. That kind of.
I will shut my eyes.
It's a lady laughs.
It's just an instinct thing. I don't know why it happens.
You don't. We are too close. Maybe it is distracting.
Well, good talk. And I'm going to rush out of the room in a sort of very fatherly way and return back to my room.
While your pseudo daughter stands in basically her underwear. Good talk. I just stand and go, that might have been a mistake. I feel better. Time for bed.
All right. Well, anyone else?
I think Torvald would go and knock on Tina's door. I would go and try and speak to Efwa, but I just can't.
Still got several children I haven't mentioned.
Oh, God.
And I will ask you about them.
We need to make a list.
Go on the wiki.
But yeah, you come to my room and I'm just kind of pacing in the room, like not quite sure what to do now I'm alone. Oh, Sir Thorvald. Hi, what are you doing here?
I wanted to see how you were.
I'm fine. I'm good. I'm all Gucci. I do wonder if they still have Gucci in this timeline.
He's a very good silversmith.
Yes. I don't want to focus on how I'm doing right now. How are you doing? Come sit down. We can talk. I don't know if you know this, but I'm not too good at being alone. I like the idea of the luxury of the room, but it's very quiet in here. How are you doing? You?
Well, it's been an interesting time. There's a lot to take in and a lot to think about. Quite frankly, I don't know exactly how I feel yet, but I think if we stick together, it will all be okay.
Sir Thorvald, I have a question for you, and I might not want to know the answer.
Please.
Do you actually like me? Or is it were we just kind of thrown together through obligation? Because I've considered you guys my best friends. And I'm just getting a very frosty vibe.
You really want to know?
No, but I think I should.
Well, honestly, I think when you are yourself, you are a sensitive, intelligent, oftentimes heroic princess, woman, whatever you like. But I feel you are someone who puts themselves under a tremendous amount of pressure to act the princess, And I understand this. I understand that there are demands at court and reasons to be nervous. But I want to say this. Just feel free to be who you are, because this is good person and this is person I am happy to call my friend. Sometimes there is just a lot of front, I think. And I understand why. And I want you to know that I'm here for you to talk and support. And, anything you need. There's no problem.
Thank you for that answer. It wasn't the answer that I wanted, but I appreciate the honesty. And I don't know how to be different than I am, and this fronting, as you call it, is how I survive. If I'm a little offish at times, please don't take it personally. I will try and be a better friend. I did try and sacrifice myself for all of you guys just 2,000 years ago. I'm giving it my best shot.
Please, is no criticism. There's no criticism. What I perhaps I not expressed myself well. I understand the pressure that you are under, and please, the main point is that I think you are a good person, and I am happy to be your friend. None of us are perfect,
Can I inside check you?
Yeah.
So, 12.
He's telling the truth.
Okay.
You say you don't wish to be alone. Well, I have no wish to sleep in room with chattering construct. If you would like, I can sleep on floor.
You hear from down the corridor.
It's kind of adorable, but I imagine it gets grating after a while. Much like me. Sorry. I'm not ready to sleep yet. Can you tell me some spy stories?
Well, I suppose the people whose secrets I keep are no longer a cause for concern.
Excellent.
And so
I don't look that evil as I say it.
I want all the intrigues.
Give me the gossip.
Do you want me to summarize, or do you want to actually hear a spy story?
No, you two are gonna close out on some spy stories. Just quickly, Sean, what's Ifwood doing? And is it heartbreaking?
Yeah, I mean, anyone who were to kind of walk past Aoth's door would probably just hear very soft sobbing noises and the occasional piggish grunt.
Kane could let that stand. I would have to knock on your door. Selena,
Come
are
in.
you coming to?
Yeah, I can't, I think we both need to basically pour one out for us.
Selena, put some clothes on at least before coming in.
Like the camera pans around, Zeleny is wearing like normal clothes, goes back in and puts like a cloak on.
Your underwear is probably actually 3 layers.
Yes, it's very, it's padded.
And I think, as a centre, I can't really sit on the bed next to you, but I'll do my damnedest to try. And I'm just going to put my arm around your shoulder. Now, let it all out, Eofor. Let it all out.
He does. As soon as he knows he doesn't have to try and hold it in, he lets the floodgates open.
I kind of sit on the floor, so I'm kind of resting against him, but I'm just looking through the book of fur. And then, like, because I think there are pictures, so, like, holding them up and then going, okay, so this is the bit where he met a cyclops. Look how brave he's being. Look how dashing he is. He's very tall.
He looks just like you.
That's your boy. Yeah. Again, so reach up and, like, sort of takes your hand. Like, that's your boy. It's your big, brave boy.
He had a good life,
Yeah.
Good, strong life.
Flicks to the end. He flicks back
Put
again.
the book down, Selena. Put it down.
I love books. Yeah.
And
But You have us for family, you know. I know we're not the same, but there's a way of removing the curse, hopefully, and there's things to look forward to, Eowyn. Don't despair.
Magic can do it, right? I mean, magic can do all sorts of things.
Magic is the most wondrous of all things, yes.
Who knows
Point
what
away.
gods have come in the last couple of 1,000 years? You know?
We'll lift the curse.
Maybe.
A sweets to Eowyn. Now, if you want to come into my room, if you don't want to be on your own tonight, just knock twice, and I'll know you're there. Okay? Even if you just want to chat. I mean, I don't do a lot of chatting, but when I do, you can't stop me. I mean, look at me now. I just won't stop. We're here for you, dear. Anyway, I'm going to do the awkward exit out of the room again.
Would you like a hug? I seem to be getting into hugs.
You're all right.
Come on. Hug him out. Hug him out. Again, sort of shoulder. Here we go. If you would like me to read you from this book, just let me know. I'd be happy. You know.
I'll take you up on that. I will.
Yeah. Again, sort of. You sleep well, my friend.
Thank you for your friendship, you Zeleny and Sir Griffith. Oh, he's gone.
He's surprisingly quiet.
Well, I appreciate it.
Well, as Sir Griffin said, we are family, and in my experience, family is not the blood, but it is comradeship. Again, try and get some sleep, and we will do everything we can.
Right.
And as you all
Yeah.
split off into rooms with Pinay and Thorvald telling each other spy stories, we're drifting off. That is where we will leave it for this time. Thank you for joining us, everyone, for that surprisingly heartbreaking episode.
We can
Sean,
do drama.
No.
Yes.
if you enjoyed tonight, we're on this Tuesday and the next 3 at 6 p.m. We also stream on Mondays, which is currently every other Monday is either Liz's show, the Shadowfell Symphony, or the Noir Enigma show, which is, I believe, called Into the Sunset. And that is also at 6 p.m. GMT. Yes, we're in GMT at the moment. We also have a show on Fridays at 6 p.m. GMT, which is our Talk Together, which is where 2 people from our team talk to each other about things. And it's great, so you should join us for that. All our shows are streamed at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg, and you can find them all, the content archived at youtube.com/rolltogetherrpg. As I said, we're on podcasts, so search for Roll Together RPG if you want to listen to us as podcasts. Once again, a massive thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. We really do appreciate all of your support, and there'll be a link in chat right now if you want to check that out. Once again, a massive thank you to our sponsors, so Hero Forge, Ultra Pro, Elderwood Academy, our supporters D&D Beyond, our champions Bottom Realms, Warriors of Waterdeep, and Level Up Dice. We're on social media as Roll Together RPG, and a massive thank you to the players and for everyone who has joined us. And we will see you again next week. Thanks, everyone. Bye.